Hi, I'm Kevin Olson, property manager with the Colorado Springs Group. And today I'm going to discuss transitioning a property to us from another property manager. Generally speaking, if you're looking for a new property manager, most of the time it's going to be because things aren't going smoothly or as well as you had hoped with your current property manager. And this video is by no means meant to be a solicitation. It's a disclaimer here. If you're under contract or have a contract with another property manager, we are not trying to solicit that contract. We're just explaining in this like what kind of happens with transitions here. It's a short video just on some of the transition process. So let's say things aren't going smoothly, all right? There's a really good chance things aren't going smoothly with that tenant either. Maybe that's even why it's causing problems on your end. But with the transition, regardless of what we're hearing, both from you and the property manager, we have to approach things with an open mind. We really do. We've actually been able to fix a lot of situations where we thought, oh man, we're getting a tenant that we're going to have to evict right away based on what's happening. Only to find out there's a ton of miscommunication, previous property managers breaking rules and such, and tenant's actually a really good tenant, and we get things right on track and things are incredibly smooth. It happens. Not always, sometimes there are problems, but with the transition process, right, and keeping an open mind, there's a set of steps we have to take to make sure we're complying with all laws and regulations, and the other property managers should also know that. If they don't, we'll make them aware of it real quick. You're trusting in us to take the property and make sure it's in good hands and managed correctly. What doesn't always allow us to do that is let's say the previous property manager didn't take any condition photos or condition videos. So we get a copy of the lease, that's it. There's nothing based on condition when they moved in. That is really problematic because for us, if there is any damage, you might think there's serious damage, and there very well might be. Unless we can prove it, our hands are tied. That's the biggest problem we normally have in the transition of information to us. It's just huge because if I can't document condition before, how am I going to prove anything if I try to withhold a deposit and a tenant fights us on it? So that's one area that gets a little bit rough, and it seems to be fairly consistent that we don't get condition videos or condition photos from our previous property manager. The payment history and such. Usually that's a pretty smooth thing. We should get a tenant ledger. It doesn't always happen. Any repairs that are on the property, that's another thing. We care a lot about that. We want to know what was repaired. What if something was recently repaired and it's under a warranty? We need to know that because it's going to save you money. So those are just a few things with the transition process and taking it on and how it works. There's a lot to it. No two transitions are the same, unfortunately. Just know that we know what we're doing. We know what we need. We know what you need to have. And we're going to pursue all of that and try to make it as amicable as we can with the other property manager. Usually no one's ever happy about losing a property. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're thrilled. They think the tenant was a pain in the butt or you, the owner, were the pain in the butt. And they tell us that. We usually don't relay that information because it's personal and it just gets to be a mess. But just know that we're going to do our best job possible in any type of transition process. And we have several referrals and references we can put you in touch with that'll verify that for us. So thank you very much for watching. Again, my name is Kevin Olson, the property manager for the Colorado Springs Group. Be sure to check out some of our other videos. We got a lot of them.